Watch out.
Chicago Radio, I am Nicole Cabal.
Chicago Radio with Nicole Cabell.
News. Entertainment.
Chicago Radio. I am Nicole Cabal.
Chicago Radio.
Thank you so much for spending time with me on Chicago Radio
with Nicole Cabell.
Cue talent positions, everyone. Quiet on the set.
And now your host.
This is Dr. Stanford Carpenter. Thank you.
Well, first of all, it's great to see all of you here. I hope that we can live up to your expectations. If not, you can just throw things at me. Essentially, I'm really honored to be moderating this panel. I've always appreciated the work of all of your work, and to see it all coming together into a single volume is amazing. Basically, Black Comix, American Independent Comic Art and Culture book is going to be coming out in June. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So you'll have a chance to see the characters in all their full color glory. The art and culture of African American independent comics is vibrant, growing, but drastically overlooked facet of sequential art. Comic creators, scholars, and curators John Jennings and Damien Duffy have been on a mission to help spread the word about Black comic creators on the grind and under the radar. From curating national and international comic art exhibitions to their new art book, Black Comix, African American Independent Comic Arts and Culture, the pair have gathered together an unprecedented and underrepresented collection of work from the working masters. Join them now for a discussion with several comic creators about art and culture and comics and color. So I'm going to allow this to. I'm going to keep the introduction short. So I'm going to turn it over to Damien, and he's going to do a quick rundown. He's also going to mention the names of each of the panelists, and each of the panelists are also going to talk a little bit about their work, and we'll go to Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you. Does that work?
Yes, sir.
Everyone hear me? We're good? Okay. So yeah, as John mentioned, this is the superhero group that Stanford's a part of. His secret identity is really bad because we're giving it away right now.
I know, right?
Yeah, so our book is, it comes out June 2010, Stanford said, from Mark Batty Publisher, markbattypublisher.com. And this is us, J2E2 Arts, that's John and Damien. And this is our book, Black Comix. I like this animation because it's sort of like, buy now. But you know, you should buy. And we thought you guys might be wondering just like who we are. So we deal a lot with issues of race in our work. This is our first graphic novel, The Whole Consumer Culture. It came out in 2008, and it's a lot about race and gender stereotypes. It's a horror science fiction satire. It's for kind of a college level audience, older readers.
Not let your kids.
Don't let your kids. Sorry, I have a story about that. But anyway, it's very interesting in what race means, what gender means, how those sort of stereotypes get repackaged and resold, that sort of thing. And the issues brought up in there are also issues that led us to curate 4 major art shows, 2 of which we have images of here, and all of them directly led into this book, Black Comix, that we're here to talk about today. So this shows Other Heroes, African American Comics Creators, Characters, and Archetypes, which was done in 2007 at Jackson State University in Mississippi, where John is from. These are just some images. It was a really well-received show. It got some good press coverage. The whole Jackson community really came out for it.
Yeah.
And it was well received. And a number of the artists that were in this show that we met through doing this show and our other shows ended up being people that we included in Black Comix. Some more pictures, the Jackson Gallery. Nice gallery. They have rugs on the walls, so we used Velcro to put up the art. It was kind of cool. So if you had something wrong, just move it slightly.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, more images. This is a high school class that we gave a tour to. That was really cool.
If you go back and
Do you want to say something about that?
Well, I just thought about it.
Yes.
One thing I did want to mention is that we actually produced a self-published catalog for the show that we actually used to raise money for kids who were affected by Hurricane Katrina. Katrina and Rita, sorry.
Yeah.
Rita.
It was through Scholarship America, their not-for-profit organization, and they had a disaster relief fund to help young people trying to seek post-secondary education who were affected by the hurricanes. And this book is sold through lulu.com. It's on there now. It's like $65, which is hugely expensive, but like 40 of that is printing, and the rest goes to this charity. It's also on Google Books if you want to look at some of it for free. This is Out of Sequence. It was a show we did in 2008. It traveled to a few places. It started at the Crandall Art Museum at University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, where we live and work and whatnot. Was there a Champaign shout out? That was great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's,
Sorry.
it's underrepresented voices in American comics. Again, we're talking about diversity, but diversity really sort of broadly writ. Underrepresented in terms of demographics, so women artists, minority artists, gay and lesbian artists.
Virtual comics, independent comics.
And those are underrepresented forms.
Exactly.
So kind of mixing all that together just to sort of show the diversity of the medium, what the medium can do, and how there's all this stuff that really doesn't fit into the very sort of small, narrow views a lot of people have about comics as a storytelling medium of expression.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Something else that was pretty good about it as well that we really wanted to show is that the comics medium is always it persists depending upon. I mean, basically, you can show panels in a particular sequence and it's a comic. It can be considered a comic. Something else that we also were really interested in showing is that because comics are a pop culture medium, the end result of it is the thing that's considered precious, right? And so we actually made these huge reproductions of comics. So we wanted to feel like the people were walking into like a huge gallery comic. Yeah, and we also focus on process a lot because a lot of people don't know how comics are actually conceived and executed.
So we had some blown up script pages next to the penciled art and then the inked art and like the finished books, just to kind of give a better idea. Oh yeah, also in this picture, this is actually Wood right there.
She makes comics.
She makes comics. We'll be showing her art a little bit later. There's a little preview of that.